Hey, what's up guys, Rev here. So every time you think you've seen the worst take relating to the lolly discourse, something new pops up and manages to be even worse. This video is proof of that. Things have gotten so bad that people are now claiming that adults can't consent if they're under 5'6". We're at a point where people are unironically using terms like minor coded and post minor to refer to adults. We're at a point where people are cheering on real predators like EDP because he's calling out lolicons, and you have other creators like Sneako coming and joining his attack on lolicons. This is all things that have happened over the past couple of days. Keep that in mind. So let's begin with this right here. So two things I want to mention. Number one, this account is now suspended, and I have to censor them not to protect them, but because they have a no-no word in their handle, and it might get this video flagged. So here's their take, and this is just part one here. It's not that hard to understand that both are wrong. Don't touch anyone under 21. Don't touch anyone under 5'6". Two things can be wrong at the same time. You don't have to pick and choose. So again, let's remind ourselves where we're at. This was a discussion about fictional characters, and this person is saying people under 5'6" can't consent, and people under 21 can't consent. So we're moving the general age of consent from where mostly it's 18, now it's all the way up to 21. Let's just jump it up to 25, the same age to legally rent a car in the United States. But yeah, this is an absolutely wild take, more body shaming over being short, in this case 5'6", which probably rules out about 90% of adult women, because that is an above average adult woman's height. And just look at the ratio here, 11,000 views, 2 likes. So at least there's some hope in that, right? But this is the really we go off the rails right here. So this user saying, because being short automatically makes you look like a kid, this logic is skewed. Anyways, so does it apply vice versa? You see where this is going and how it's flawed. Also, she doesn't look a damn bit like a kid, if you ask me, where the main protagonist responds with, "You're a pedophile." Stunning and brave, as usual with these responses, where another user jumps in and says, "Whoa there, Twitter user, maybe think before swinging heavy accusations," where the main protagonist responds, "Oh, so you're defending pedophilia then? Cool." And then that user replies, "How is defending the fact that short girls don't look like kids? They don't. And if you think they do, you have a lot of skeletons in your closet. Pedophilia? The dude isn't saying, Zam, I want to riz a 12-year-old. So then we get this legendary quote. They say, "Short people literally promote pedophilia, so I do not care." Imagine being like a 30-year-old adult woman who's 5'5", and apparently you promote pedophilia by just existing because this Twitter user made a height requirement on consent. This is the craziest set of tweets I've seen in quite a while, and this person was dead serious. And again, it's funny to point and laugh at, 355,000 likes or views versus 48 likes, but that's still 48 likes, ladies and gentlemen. 48 people out there agreed with this. That is absolutely insane, but the crazy part is that's just the appetizer for today's video. So my apologies for the EDP Sneako jump scare here, but we have the two Predator Avengers joining forces here to call out lolicons. This is a clip of Sneako from recent times where he reacted to a clip from EDP where he calls out lolicons, which is obviously quite ironic. It's actually a clip we reacted to about a week or two ago, but this is Sneako's reaction, and let's see what the #1 cuties defender has to say about it.
Lolicon is a form of fucking child porn.
True! WEDP. Everybody in the chat, WEDP.
WEDP is a set of words that should never be said together. So I guess it's not surprising that the #1 cuties defender would agree with EDP about the topic of lolicon. I mean, it's just complete irony, right? Where there's no self-awareness And you know you're wrong when you're agreeing with EDP, who is someone who tried to meet up and have sex with someone who he thought was 13 years old. But going back to the cuties thing, it is what Sneako is most known for, other than being an unapologetic cuck that he self-admitted, but he is most known for defending the Netflix film Cuties, which if you don't know what that film is, I'm jealous of you, but it is a film that many people came out to cancel because it is a film that features underage actors serving in what is essentially a twerking competition. They are dressed very provocatively and they are put into sexual situations by virtue of the film's plot. Real children, real child actors. And myself and millions of other people in the world consider that film to be CSEM because it is sexually exploiting children. And it's something that Sneako basically admits to in these clips. This is the compilation from one of his YouTube videos where he comes out and praises this film.
I saw Cuties last night and it was pretty good. It's a pretty good movie. I went in ready to hate like everybody else. I saw the cover and I got clickbaited. So did you. You got clickbaited. It's not an unrealistic film. Like, yes, it shows children in a sexual way, but this is not unusual now. And the people who are really mad about this aren't Gen Z. I like this movie because it's extremely provocative, but it's realistic.
So yeah, you have Sneako, the guy who praises and defends Cuties, teaming up with EDP. Is that really surprising? Well, I probably guess not, but it's just truly the epitome of irony here. But in this stream, he kind of Sneako acts like he doesn't know who EDP is, which I find very hard to believe, but he actually finds out that he has a lot more in common with EDP than he had known.
Correct, yes or no?
Right.
Okay. Sophie is how old? Before, and again, I have it right here. I know the answer, but I just need you to tell me the answer. How old is she?
13.
13.
It's funny he should react that way to finding out that EDP was trying to hook up with a 13-year-old because he's been in some controversy over the past couple of days when he was flirting with a 14-year-old during one of his live streams. Let's have a look at that.
Actually, we would make a great double date. I like you on the left, and I think Zerka likes the girl on the right.
They're both on the left. What up, girls? I want to kiss you guys.
How old are you?
Oh, I got that white bitch smiling. Let's go.
Stop. How old are you guys?
Underage. Well, you just
like,
yeah.
Like how underage though? Like your birthday's next week type shit?
Like we can't go to Starbucks, white bitch?
And I will be turning 15 in a month.
Change my state of mind.
But how underage, though, is the biggest red flag I've ever heard of in my life. But yes, these are the faces of the two guys who are going to call you a pedo over your taste in fictional artwork, who unironically are flirting with and attempting to meet together with minors. Yes, it just goes without saying the levels of irony here, and the fact that people are cheering these two on is absolutely insane. But we're going to move on to another example. It's very similar. A lot of aunties coming out of the woodwork to always say that they're the normal ones, right? I see this image, which is the last thing I would ever call normal, but they use this phrase, I'm not an auntie. It's called being effing normal. So this user posted this yesterday, and within hours, they post this. And they're talking about the topic of lolicon. So they start off by saying, and why did you like drawings of small kids doing sexual BS being in adults? And that user replies, what kids? And they reply with, I don't know, maybe these ones. And they post these unedited screenshots. So I put the censors on there. They did not. Those are my censors. They repost lolicon featuring Gargura as proof that this person is posting sexual images of children. What normal person would see what they believe is CSEM and then post it to their Twitter followers as proof of someone else being a creep? We see this happen all the time. It's like you just committed multiple felonies by your own standard by doing this. And they think this is an own and proof that they're normal, and they're calling out these degenerate weirdos. Like, it's unbelievable. There's no self-awareness with these people. But moving on, here's another unbelievable term. It's a new one I've never heard of before. So this is a discussion. Unfortunately, this account is now suspended, but It's a discussion about Megumin and other characters that people are debating on whether they're a lolly character or not, whether they fit under the definition of lolly, where this user shares his magnum opus. Let's hear what it has to say. Whoever makes Konosuba clearly is just a part of the plan to warp the definition of a lolly. Then mangaka are literally just doing stuff like this to make lolicons seem less creepy. Lolicons are at the point to where they literally just have to be a manga or anime character, and lolicons will try to claim the character as theirs. This process is called lolly-washing, which I'm pretty sure if you want to use the term lolly-washing, that could serve as quite the dojin. But yes, that is a new term, lolly-washing. You know, it's like not like whitewashing. We're now lolly-washing characters. There's a giant conspiracy theory where the entire industry is trying to make every character a lolly so it can appease their fans who are trying to make every character that exists out there a lolly. What an insane existence this person has where they think this is a real problem. The lolly-washing of their manga and anime characters. Like, please, find real problems and try to touch some grass in the process. But like I said earlier, there's this final thread. This is pretty nuts. I don't want to read all of this word vomit here, but I want to focus on this one key part right here. They say, pro tip, if you're in your 30s, don't fool with post-minors. And we're talking about adults in their early 20s. We're calling adults in their early 20s post-minor. What are we even saying anymore? Like, minor coded was bad enough, but post-minor, y'all can't, you can't convince me these people are anywhere near functioning human beings out in the real world. There is no way you are a functioning adult who uses terms like post-minor. There's no way you're functioning. Like, this is absolutely insane. The lengths these people will go to try to demonize and attack people, adults, consenting adults. It's crazy. You can be called a pedo for liking someone who's under 5'6", someone who's in their 20s. I mean, what else? I mean, we already know it's already drawings will get you that label, but now we're talking about real adults in their 20s or being short. There's nothing else to say. This video will drive anyone mad, and these takes are from only the past couple of days. It's truly insane, but I think I'm going to end the headache here and call it a video. So I appreciate you guys giving a listen, and please share all of your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.